Welcome to this explainer. We're going to jump straight into a massive collision today, unpacking the hidden, deeply physical realities behind the magic of artificial intelligence. Every time you and I type a prompt, generate a cool image, or ask a chatbot to solve a problem, it feels entirely weightless, like pure digital magic. But today, we're looking directly at the very real, very heavy machinery powering that magic.
So here's the big question we're tackling. As AI grows at this exponential, almost dizzying rate, is it going to be our ultimate climate savior or a dangerous accelerant? It's literally the point where two of our biggest existential crises are crashing head-on. We hear constantly about AI's potential to optimize energy grids and invent green tech. But to get the whole picture, we absolutely have to look at what it costs to just keep these incredible systems running.
All right, part one, the invisible carbon footprint, the hidden physical cost of the cloud. Let's get right into it.
We really have to start by peeling back the curtain here. We toss around the term the cloud all the time, and it makes it sound so fluffy and invisible, right? Like it's just floating above us. But the AI cloud is made of incredibly intensive physical wiring, precious mined metals for chips, and millions of gallons of water to cool down these massive data processing centers. Because of this, climate experts are sounding the alarm that the AI boom could spike our global carbon emissions by a staggering 80%. Every single query we send costs the planet real energy.
Just to give you a baseline of how radically things have shifted, let's look at this tiny number. Back in 2019, streaming an hour of standard video emitted a tiny 36 grams of CO2. To help you visualize that, it's roughly the equivalent of driving a standard petrol car down the block, about 160 meters. Very small, very manageable.
But check out this staggering contrast. When we look at training just one big generative model today, like Meta's Llama 3, it emitted about 2,290 metric tons of CO2. That's the equivalent of 500 average cars driving for an entire year. So we've gone from the digital footprint of a 160-meter drive to the exhaust of a 500-car traffic jam running 24/7 for 365 days. And that's just for training.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I don't train massive language models. Well, let's move to a super relatable everyday example. Imagine sitting down and spending a quick 30 minutes generating 10 unique images on a platform like Midjourney. It's something millions of us do every day for work or just for fun.
And this brilliantly illustrates the immediate personal impact. Generating just those 10 images, it literally drains the equivalent of fully charging your smartphone 2.5 times. 2.5 charges for 10 images. When you scale that up to the millions of users out there generating videos and pictures, the daily power drain becomes absolutely mind-boggling.
Which brings us to part two, a hungry global infrastructure, basically data centers versus nations. When we zoom out to look at the global infrastructure needed for all this, we see that everyday queries are catching up incredibly fast. Yes, training the models is heavy, but depending on the model's size, 200 to 500 million everyday queries will equal that massive initial training energy. And with ChatGPT seeing something like 10 million users a day, the energy used just answering everyday questions matches that entire massive training energy footprint in a matter of weeks.
This pie chart really puts the sheer corporate scale into focus. Google uses 18.3 trillion watts annually, trillion with a T. And a rapidly growing 10 to 15% slice of that massive pie is dedicated entirely to artificial intelligence.
It's kind of hard to visualize a trillion watts, right? So let's look at this comparison. This single tech giant consumes 18.3 trillion watts, which is nearly 2/3 of the energy used by the entire Republic of Ireland each year, which sits at 29.3 trillion. Think about that. One single tech company is rivaling a European country in power usage.
To feed this insatiable appetite, tech giants are making jaw-dropping moves. Microsoft is reportedly pouring $100 billion into a supercomputer called Stargate, and they plan to power these things using their own dedicated nuclear power stations. But experts warn there's a huge risk here. If we funnel all our green energy investment exclusively into powering AI, other vital sectors might get totally overlooked in the global push to decarbonize. Plus, now individual countries are racing to build their own sovereign clouds, meaning everyone wants their own supercomputers, multiplying this global energy demand even further.
Okay, moving to part three, searching for sustainable AI. Let's see how the industry is fighting this energy bottleneck.
So, are we headed for a total energy bottleneck? Well, thankfully, it's not all doom and gloom.
People are actively searching for solutions. For instance, climate researcher Sasha Lucacioni at Hugging Face is developing an Energy Star rating system for AI. It's exactly like the sticker you'd see on a new refrigerator. This actually helps developers choose models that might be slightly less speedy, but vastly more gentle on the planet. It finally empowers users to factor energy efficiency into their daily decisions. On the hardware side, the physical infrastructure is adapting fast. Data center rack density is literally exploding. Just a few years ago, 10 to 20 kilowatts per rack was considered high density. By 2025, the next generation of chips is going to push that north of 120 kilowatts per rack. Because of this massive exponential growth in heat, traditional air cooling is officially a thing of the past. It just can't keep up. So instead, green data centers are shifting to cutting-edge, liquid-cooled direct-to-chip technology. It's exactly what it sounds like, pumping liquid directly onto the hardware to keep these intensely powerful, renewably powered supercomputers from melting down. It brings a huge amount of much-needed efficiency to a system that is running red-hot.
This brings us to part 4, evaluating the ultimate cost. Is the output actually worth the energy?
As we process all these wild numbers and massive infrastructural shifts, we really need to pause and ask, what are we actually burning all this carbon to create? Are we draining our power grids just to pump out highly controversial tech ads or AI-generated biopics of political figures like Vladimir Putin without casting actual human actors? What about grief bots that try to mimic our lost loved ones? We really have to ask if these are the right applications for such precious, limited energy.
And there is real pushback happening. Filmmaker Asif Kapadia fiercely criticizes tech companies for basically squeezing, using, and taking everything from the arts, musicians, creators, and writers. Whether it's anger over an ad showing physical instruments getting crushed by digital tools, or deepfakes completely blurring reality and fiction, there is a growing, intense concern over how this incredibly energy-hungry tech is being used to bypass authentic human creativity.
Finally, part 5. What does the future hold? Decoding nature with artificial intelligence. Even with all those concerns, we absolutely cannot ignore the breathtaking positive potential AI makes possible. Just look at this incredible application. Scientists in the Eastern Caribbean are literally using massive AI models to mathematically map the Morse code-like clicks of sperm whales. The AI calculates these insane statistical patterns to link their super loud clicks with specific behaviors, like diving or feeding. The ultimate goal? To completely decode their language, predict their behavior, and eventually, maybe even talk back to them. I mean, that is a profound, almost unimaginable leap in our ability to understand the world around us.
So we find ourselves at this massive crossroads. AI offers us the tools to decode the deep mysteries of nature, but it requires the energy of entire nations to pull it off. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to wrap up our explainer today. As AI unlocks the beautiful, hidden secrets of our natural world, will its ravenous energy appetite end up destroying the planet first? It's a question we all absolutely need to be asking right now. Thank you so much for exploring this complex and vital issue with me.